Thoroughbred Remedies' headquarters and manufacturing plant is based on the Curragh in County Kildare, the headquarters for thoroughbred activity in Ireland. TRM's production facility at the Curragh employs the latest technology to ensure that all products are manufactured to exacting international standards. Indeed, TRM was one of the first companies in the industry sector to be granted an EU manufacturing licence under the relevant council directives. It is TRM's mission to maximise horses' athletic performance by targeting their specific nutritional and hygienic needs. To this end, they have continually invested to create what is today an industry leader in the research, manufacture and distribution of equine feed supplements. TRM believe in performance through innovation, and their formulations combine the latest scientific research with the practical expertise of leading trainers. It is not surprising, therefore, that TRM have a close affinity with thoroughbred racing and have sought wherever possible to support the industry. Significant investment in research and development continues to yield results, with TRM's major new breakthrough in nutritional support of horses with gastric ulcers, GNF. Equine gastric ulcer syndrome, EGUS, is a debilitating condition that has been increasingly recognised in recent years as a reason for poor performance in competition horses.
This horse has been referred from Anglesey Lodge Equine Hospital in the Curragh because it has a history of chronic intermittent colic. And they've done a full colic workup already and haven't been able to find any cause of that colic. So one of the quite common causes of intermittent mild colic in performance horses is gastric ulceration, and that can be oftentimes clinically silent, and other times it causes a mild colic signs, perhaps yawning, unusual posture of the horse and poor performance. So we're going to pass a gastroscope down into this horse's stomach to allow us to have a look around and see if there's any evidence of ulceration there.
Up to 93% of racehorses and 60% of sport horses have been found to suffer from ulceration after endoscopic examination. Hammond et al., 1986. A further study by Murray et al., 1996, showed a prevalence of EGUS in 100% of thoroughbred horses that had raced in the previous 2 months. It is a common consensus that the incidence and severity of ulcers are greater in horses under intense training. The reasons for the high prevalence of gastric ulcers can be attributed to high concentrate, low forage diets, stall confinement and exercise-induced stress. However, it is impractical to remove horses with EGUS from training and turn them out to grass. Proper nutritional support is a vital component in ensuring that valuable competition horses maintain a healthy digestive system in these trying conditions. With this in mind, TRM have developed a unique supplement for daily feeding to horses in order to maintain optimum gut health and function, while allowing maximum utilization of feed. The easy-to-feed pellet contains essential minerals, calcium and magnesium, specific amino acids, glutamine, and the 309 in high concentrations, prebiotics, which are a feed source for beneficial bacteria, and a seaweed extract rich in amino acids and essential nutrients. During 2006, a study was undertaken to assess the benefits of feeding GNF in a National Hunt Thoroughbred training yard. Gastroscopic examination was performed on 17 horses after a testing period of 20 hours, and water was withheld for 4 hours prior to scoping. The horses were then divided into 3 groups: clear, ulcer score 0, mild to moderate, ulcer score 1 to 2, and severe, ulcer score 3 to 4. 11 horses then had their normal ration supplemented with GNF, while a further 6 horses with similar ulcer scores were retained as a negative control. After a trial period of 6 weeks, the entire sample size of 17 horses was re-scoped and evidence of improvement or deterioration was recorded. The 11 horses which had their feed supplemented saw a reduction in average ulcer score from 1.82 to 0.91, a reduction of 50%. The average ulcer score for the 6 negative controls increased from 1.5 to 1.66, an increase of 11%. In the group of horses with mild to moderate ulcer scores, the results were even more convincing, with the 4 negative controls ulcer score increasing by 40%, and the 7 horses with mild to moderate ulceration fed GNF recording a reduction in average score of 70%. From the results of the study, it can be concluded that GNF is a useful nutritional support for horses which are suffering from EGUS, and that the benefits of feeding are particularly marked where the horse is suffering from mild to moderate ulceration. Horse racing. Based in County Kildare, Jessica Harrington has made a huge impression across Ireland and the UK as a leading racehorse trainer. Although predominantly a national hunt trainer, Jessica is also quite adept at sending out winners on the flat. Jessica has on average 90 horses in training. Space Trucker, Spirit Leader, Max Joy and Moscow Flyer are just a few of the exceptional horses that have come out of her yard. One of jumping's greatest stars, Moscow Flyer, is perhaps the best known. Moscow earned over €1.3 million in prize money and is regarded as one of the greatest national hunt horses of the last 30 years.
I started using GNF because I had some horses that I suspected had ulcers. They were not thriving. They were not eating as well as they could. They appeared to be rather sweaty horses when you took them out, and they just weren't doing. And one horse in particular, Night Legend, I put him onto it beginning of last year, and he's never carried so much condition or thrived or run so and I ran him an awful lot of times, and he ran consistently well all the time. Well, basically their coats get better, they seem to carry more condition behind the saddle, and they seem to be able to recover quicker from their races. GNF has been a wonderful addition to my feeding regime. And seeing the difference in the horses, I would definitely be using it again and hopefully have as good a season next year.
Jim Bulger, one of Ireland's most accomplished producers of world-class racehorses, is another trainer who regularly feeds TRM's products. Jim is enjoying a truly purple patch through the exploits of his star filly Finch Gilbeo, winning Group 1 races in Ireland, Britain and France. The outstanding colt Teofilo is another Bulger charge whose results in Ireland and Britain lit up the flat racing scene. Here we see Teofilo stamping his authority over the Aidan O'Brien-trained Holy Roman Emperor in the Lang O'Rourke National Stakes at the Curragh.
Teofilo's a couple of lengths in front. Holy Roman Emperor has a battle on. He's got 2.5 lengths to make up. Teofilo's going to keep his unbeaten record in tremendous style for Kevin Manning and Jim Davidian Flash Harry.
It's not only racehorse trainers that swear by TRM's products. Leading international event rider Oliver Townend, seen here competing at the Punchestown International Horse Trials on Flint Curtis, uses a range of TRM products in his feeding regime. Top British eventer Matthew Wright is a rider who regularly travels to Ireland to compete in international events. Matthew also attributes the fitness and well-being of his horses to a feeding regime that includes TRM products.
The way it carries its tail. Always a great sign.
Another competitor to benefit from using TRM products is Connor Swale, one of the hottest properties in show jumping. The TRM-sponsored rider had the best season of his career in 2006. Originally from County Down in Northern Ireland, he moved to Malahide, close to Dublin, 4 years ago, where he works closely with his business partner Barry O'Connor. Together they buy young horses to produce them to the very highest levels of show jumping.
Time to get home. Just needs to straighten up a little. That he does.
GNF is a unique supplement for daily feeding to horses prone to gastric disturbances. GNF will assist in maintaining optimum gut health and function, allowing maximum utilization of feed. GNF supplies a unique formulation of prebiotics, amino acids, seaweed extracts and specific minerals necessary to aid in the recovery and maintenance of a healthy digestive tract. It is sold in a convenient pelleted formulation.